Good morning, day 44, Tuesday the 3rd of June. Just got going. It is 6:30. I did one of those things like you do when you're going to work. You're like, you roll over like, do I have to go today? And then I realized I have like no water. So yeah, I did have to go today. Not to work, but to walking. As I kind of convinced myself, oh, you could use a day of rest. Your feet were really tired. You know, just getting over an injury. Then I remembered no water. So I don't have a choice. I'm walking. It's part of that was due to like, I woke up, I set my alarm, woke up at 4, and I was like, nope. I kind of felt like I was still hurting a little bit. It's like I needed more rest. So I just thought I'd wake up when I woke up, which was 5. And it was still really dark and I couldn't figure out why. Well, I mean, you can see the sky. It's foggy. Everything's wet. So, but anyways, got myself out of the tent, got everything packed up, and I'm moving. It's just one of those days, I think. So this day I have figured out, and then I think that's what's causing me some anxiety is the water carries after today. So when I get to camp this evening, I will make sure that I start working out how I'm going to work the next 2 days. It kind of looks like it might take me 5 days to get to Walker Pass just because of water. To either stop short or go super long, and I think trying to do a 25-mile day is probably not a good idea for me right now. So that's where I'm at. I got to get through this little ditch, and that's what I'm going to do today. So everyone have a good day. Hi. So I experienced something new yesterday. I've had all kinds of bugs and, you know, almost run over snakes and things like that, deer. But today was yesterday afternoon was the first time that I had, what would you call them? A herd, a collection, a murder of black widows, a group, probably a dozen. The first one I saw them pretty quickly as I was getting my tent set up, but then I went out to use a tree, and about 7:30 or so, and one was crawling down like my tent door. And the way it goes is the tent zips from the top down, and then from the bottom it's like a straight line. So I don't usually do the straight line one, the bottom one. So I zipped up my door, and I see him crawling down towards that opening, and I'm like, I don't want to touch him, and I don't want to flick him because he'll just fall right into that hole right inside my tent. So I figured that out. I just bump him off. And then this morning I grabbed, like my sock, I got one of my socks wet yesterday on refilling water. And so I was airing it out on top of my pack, which is next to my tent. Grabbed the sock, and there was a spider there on top of it. So I just kind of flicked him off with my finger. But it's interesting what I was kind of reflecting just now, because I'm going downhill and not thinking about much. Like what you get used to, I get like gnats inside my tent and things crawling on me, and just flick it off, keep moving. Didn't think too much about it. So I don't feel like I got bit at any point. I don't think I got any of them inside my tent, which is good. But it's kind of weird. Like I thought of it, and then I just kind of was thinking about other stuff and moved on. It's only when you're walking, you start thinking about things. I'm like, that was unusual. Oh, tripping's usual too. That was unusual. So yeah, had a whole bunch of black widows in tent with me, or in camp with me. This area was just lovely. I would like nothing more than to sit down and take a nap. And I would, except for the fact that there's no water for another, I don't know, bunch of miles. This is nice. I'm in pine trees. I didn't think it would happen this fast. I've never in my life been so happy to see a sign. Hello everybody. So today I am hiding in my tent because of the bugs. The bugs are bad. So I did 15.9 miles today. Please hold. Okay, I was asked to give my mileage, so I'm at 603.3, and what that means is I hit the 600 mile mark, and there's actually a photo of it. So yeah, 600 miles done. I'm at a spring right now, and it got hot today. All the hikers, there was probably 20 or so of us, starting around. So I got here about just around 3 o'clock is when I got here. And I decided, like, it is hot, and I really didn't do well during the heat of the day. And I ended up with just like a couple swallows, and I took 3 liters, which has been fine for me in the past. So I'm changing things up a little bit. I was originally going to go another 4 miles and change to be really close to 20 miles today, but I'm not messing with the heat, especially with some of the physical things that I'm dealing with my legs. I've kind of looked ahead, and so basically I'm going to keep it at around 15 miles a day and go water to water to Walker Pass. We're starting a heat wave tomorrow, technically, but it was hot today, so I'm going to do a lot of hiking in the morning, try and get it all knocked out, and then basically just suffer through the afternoon until it gets dark enough to cool down. But when I got here, I counted it out, and I'm pretty sure I had 5 liters of water since I've been here. So I was dehydrated for sure. And the other thing that with this section between Tehachapi and Walker Pass is nothing but climbs. Like, yeah, you drop, but then you just go right back up again. So one of the other hikers told me, like, we're over 2,000 feet of climb by the time we got to this spring, which in 15 miles, that's a lot. I've looked tomorrow. I've got 2 or 3 climbs again. But yeah, I'm going to be very motivated to get out of here early, like 5, I think. Maybe even before then. We'll see how it goes. And then the other fun thing that I'm dealing with is all the bugs are out now. So there's these biting flies that anytime you rest in the shade, they immediately start attacking my legs. And I mentioned yesterday that I tripped and like shredded one of my shins. So that's all bloody. So the bugs really like that. I mean, it's scabbed over now, but yeah, so it's been very interesting. I try to rest and I start getting bit like crazy. So yeah, 600 miles. Not bad. I'm going to bed now. Good night.